Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to the ADHD Gamer, your weekly video game and pop culture podcast. I am, of course, one of your hosts, Mike McMahon, joined as always by Mr. Jonathan Franklin.
What's up, ADHD gamers?
And Mr. Adam Hammonds.
How's it going, guys?
Oh my God, he spoke this week, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. Last week and the week before, when I tried to introduce you and you just did this, the audio listeners are probably like, who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy talking? Because he's definitely not talking, fucking dickhead. Gentlemen, how are we doing this week?
Doing good.
No problems. No massive drama for you. Doing pretty solid this week.
No, not that I can think of.
Good. That's always a good sign.
Turns out one of my instructors has cancer, so
that sucks.
Rough.
That sucks, and that really sucks. Good way to bring the show down. Wow.
Sounds like a whole lot of not your problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I know that sounds horrible, man, but and to be completely honest, I do feel for the guy because or gal, because that sucks. That really does suck. That really does suck.
60-something-year-old black lady, been teaching for
that sucks, man.
Like 20 years, very well known in the field.
She tell you what kind it was?
Stage 1 leukemia. So.
Oh, okay. So she can go into remission technically with that. Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I was praying you would not say pancreatic. The two of us know all about pancreatic. So my stepmom died from that, and there is no getting rid of that one. So it's that one's horrible.
Especially how quickly it can just
turn
from stage 1 to stage.
Dude, I think if I remember right, my dad told my stepmom turned from stage 1 to stage 4 in like 8 or 9 months, and she lived in stage 4 longer than she did the whole rest of it. Like she lived in stage 4 for almost 2.5 years. Like it was weird, man. And it was so, and what cancer does to you, bro. Like I remember seeing Lisa about 4 months before she died, and then seeing her. I didn't see her again because me and my dad had a falling out, and I didn't see her again for some reason. And I seen her in the casket that day, and oh my God, what it had done! Like it changed, like the weight it had added to her face, and the way it didn't look like her. It didn't look like her. It was weird. But anyway, we're going off on a really thank you, Adam. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Adam.
Wonderful.
Really breaking our hearts over here.
Jesus, man! Now you're making
I'm gonna tell you,
bro. You're about to make me cry. Like you actually had me thinking about it. Rocco, are you in camera? Yes, you are. Hi, buddy. He's kind of scared because of my robotic vacuum that I bought today. So, Best Buy has wonderful deals that are Black Friday deals going on right now. So we went and pick some up today. So, gentlemen, are you playing anything special? John, we'll start with you.
I am just playing Jedi Fallen Order and loving every minute of it, other than the glitches and the bugs. But, whatever. Yeah,
small technical issues that can be fixed with a patch, hopefully.
Absolutely.
Adam, anything for you, buddy?
I actually rented the Fallen Order as well, so I've been playing that nonstop for the past 2 days. Awesome.
Is that really all you're playing right now?
Yeah, I mean, I took my Switch to school with me on Thursday, I think it was, but I don't think I ever turned it on.
Cool. I'm playing Fallen Order as well, still with some Pokemon Shield. I'm still hopping into Shield pretty regularly, usually once a day at least, and still playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. Pretty much, I'm going to go ahead and say it my game of the year at this point because I've put so many goddamn hours into it. Want to say I'm close, chapter 13, I think I'm close to beating it, so I'm going to just fucking run through it, man. Game's a blast. Like I've said, I've talked about it multiple times on the show. It's a blast. I think anybody that loves strategy should love that. And I agree with you, John, on the technical issues of Jedi Fallen Order. I'm playing on Xbox One S, so I can understand, not X, but the S, so I can understand probably why there's some frame drops and things about that. Once again, I think I can tell with this game that they did not have the... I want to say that the release was rushed because they did not have that polish time. You could tell there's certain things that are not polished with it, but it does not take a lot away from the experience of the game. I think the game is still wonderful. It does seem difficult even on Jedi Knight at certain times. The combat is out there. It's definitely Dark Souls-y combat, which is fine. I think it's great. I don't think it's a lot of issues. I don't think there's a lot of issues there. The collectibles seem, do I really want to go get that kind of thing? because you can barely see your lightsaber in your hand and that kind of thing. But it does. But when I do go create my lightsaber, it does feel like it's mine.
That was my favorite part, was creating all the crazy little things.
Yeah, the ponchos are like eh.
Nobody wants to really care.
I'm not gonna lie. I wear the pink poncho. So I wear the pink poncho, and BB's also pink and black, I believe. So, or not BB, but BD. BD's also BD. And me and my wife went to Books A Million today, and they have a Cal Kestis and BD1 pop that I almost got. That's awesome. Dude, they have the Mandalorian pops also now, but there's no Mando. There is what was damn, we just talked about him. What was the character in the second episode that was helping him build the ship? What's his name's character he played? Krill, not Krill. Quill. I think we called him Quill. I think is what we called him. Quill, something like that. Anyway, they had him. They had the assassin droid, and so IG. There you go. And then they also had the chick who we have not seen yet, which is Cara Dune, I think is what her name is what they're calling her. She was also there as well, but they did not have Mando. I know that what I seen on the back of the box, I believe they have Mando and Baby Yoda, but both of them, once you get them, will probably be worth a shitload of money, and nobody's going to be willing to come off them. So,
I'm sure they're going to come out with special editions.
Oh, I'm sure they'll come out with like a gold edition or some shit like that.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Adam?
Did they classify it as Baby Yoda on the back of the box?
I didn't honestly pay attention to it. I don't believe so. No, I don't believe I've seen Yoda in anything. I think I just seen Baby. I was actually hoping they would have a Mando with a Baby Yoda, kind of like following him type thing, like it had been, kind of like how they had Cal and BD. I was hoping BD1 had his own pop, because that was. I've got R2. I've got R2 BB-8 right here. And I'm gonna get the rest of them. So I was hoping they would have, because my favorite thing in Star Wars are droids, because BD is the cutest thing probably I've seen in Star Wars. The Porgs can go to hell. Porgs can go to hell, man. BD is my boy. BD is my freaking G. That's my boy.
Side note, I'm kind of upset that that's the only thing you can dismember in the Fallen Order is the droids.
I think we talked a little bit about that, and I'm upset about. I don't want to say I'm upset about it. I understand, because if you remember who owns Star Wars, they're owned by a little company, a small one, very tiny one called Disney, and never heard of them. Yeah, they're shitty. But they do rule the world. They're gonna rule the world one day. But Disney, I don't think Disney would have wanted that. And I don't think Respawn wanted to do that either, because there's no dismemberment or anything of humans, if I remember right, in Titanfall. Or maybe there is, actually in the campaign there's a shitload of it. But I don't know if Respawn's into that. Like, it's of course dealing with these licensed products. I bet you can probably imagine that they're a pain in the ass dealing with Disney. I'm sure. Hey, can we do this? No, bitch. It's kind of one of those things. Yeah, okay. I guess we won't. It's your fucking shit. I guess we won't. I guess. I would just guess. But from what I've heard from multiple interviews of developers working with these companies on licensing, is fucking shitty, especially like Marvel and Disney. Yeah, so I don't want to say it bothered me. I do want to say cutting an R6 in half feels wonderful.
Yeah.
I will tell you that.
K2SOs.
Yes.
Jesus.
The K2s, I usually hack them, because I try not to kill them, because I really like K2. Yeah. So I really like K2.
By the way, the Wookiees in there, like the way they're designed,
great.
Look
wonderful.
You like them?
I like them. I think they look fine.
The way they look? I think they look terrible.
I think they look fine. I think they look like Wookiees.
I think the face, like especially in the face, it looks like they just didn't get it right.
I think they look like Wookiees.
I think the quality reminds me of the Old Republic almost. Just kind of the way they did it. I don't know. I just not seeing. I don't think they gave enough attention to the Wookiees and how they made them.
Wookiees just look like a shittier dog to me, so it looks fine.
People who really, really, truly care about the Wookiees, whatever.
You'll be all right. Here's the thing. Good-looking Wookiees
Absolutely.
Star Wars game. Which one you want?
And
pick your statement.
Absolutely, 100%.
Pick your statement.
And those are the only creatures that I found that I didn't like the way the graphics were done on them.
I mean, think back to Force Unleashed.
You got to be a pain in the ass too, though, because they're just 100% hair.
Well, I mean, look at their hair. Like, I'm sure if you're playing on a game that on a card, which I don't think your card can do, and I know mine can't. But think if you're playing on a game or on a graphics card, let's say on a PC that has ray tracing and hair works, and like Cal's hair, you can tell is flowing, it's just blowing in the wind and looking real. Imagine doing that with every little hair follicle on a Wookiee.
Absolutely.
I think they did good for what's in there. Now, I'm not saying, I mean, I think it looks great to me. I don't care. So, but I'm remember
sure that if they did a really good job on it, the frame rate and shit would drop like insane, especially with all those Wookiees that they have in this.
That, and it probably would have took a shitload more time. I mean, here's the thing you also got to think about. This also had to be approved by Disney. So if Disney thinks they looked okay, then, I mean, look at Force Unleashed, for instance. Force Unleashed, the Wookiees look really good. The game was shitty. I didn't like Force Unleashed. I personally didn't like one or two. Of course you did. I hated it. I think it was
the story that went along with it.
I just think it was too. I think it was too easy.
Extended universes times.
I really think it was too easy.
The game was too easy.
I honestly thought the game was too easy, even on a harder difficulty.
Just because you're god of gaming.
That's right, bitch. Anyway, hold on.
I thought the difficulty was okay. I was more into the story and using the Force powers, which I spent a lot of time just sitting there fucking with shit and throwing giant ass TIE
Your mom
fighters
uses Force powers.
Whoa, hey. Hey, watch it with the mom, okay?
Oh, sorry.
She doesn't use Force powers. She uses booty power.
Oh, okay. There's a smidge difference there. Let's hop into this goddamn news before we fucking get off on a tangent.
All right.
Gentlemen, so I'm gonna go into this. Y'all have the show notes pulled up?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I do.
Cool. I'm gonna go into this. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just go into this one. Stadia reviews are out. Stadia came out the 19th. So Stadia reviews from everywhere, I've seen an average of about a 6 from every big major outlet: IGN, GameSpot, Giant Bomb. What's some other ones? GameIndustry.biz, things of that nature. I've seen a bunch of them that are just mainly a 6 at this point. So last week after we got done, they actually dropped. So remember we had a story about them having 12 games at start, right? Mm-hmm. So the day after we recorded, so Monday, they decided to drop 10 more games so they released with a total of 22 games. So the new games are Attack on Titan, Final Battle 2, Farming Simulator 2019, Final Fantasy 15, Football Manager 2020, Grid 2019, which is the new Grid, the racing game, Metro Exodus, NBA 2K20, Rage 2, Trials Rising, and Wolfenstein Youngblood. So they had 12, they got 22. Nothing really special in those. Guilt is the only thing that's there that is exclusive, and from what I've heard, that game is okay at best, from multiple reviewers that have liked usually smaller games of that nature and have liked Tequila Works games. They said that game is okay at best. So on to the tech, because that's what everybody wants to know. The tech works. From what people said, the tech works. You just need a good connection. I've seen people that said they know they have 25 meg down because they have at least 100 meg down, and it doesn't run for shit in their house. But once again, I asked those people, you have other people streaming in your house? Are there things going on that are running more bandwidth? So the tech works, I have nothing to do with Stadia. The Stadia audience is not me. I can tell you who the Stadia audience is for, which I'll talk about in a minute, but the Stadia audience is not me. It's probably not you, Jonathan. It's probably not you, Adam. We all buy consoles. We are not the audience. But this audience would be somebody who's like, I buy one game a year. And what is the one game that I buy a year? Madden or Call of Duty. If I buy that one game a year and I really don't want to buy a new console next year because it's going to be $500 for a while. So if I don't want to buy one console for one game that I'm going to buy, why not just buy it on Stadia if I can run it on a Chromecast in 4K? that makes sense to me. That's the audience for this, in my opinion. Excuse me. But like people, I'm really happy that the tech works, because that means we're getting there. I want a streaming feature eventually. I'm just glad tech works.
Do you think that xCloud will be more for the hardcore gamer?
I think xCloud will be more. I think xCloud will be the best thing for somebody who's already in an Xbox ecosystem. So, like myself, I have I probably have 295 games on my Xbox console that are in my account, my Xbox account, that are digital. And I'm going to say 90% of them are digital. So I'm in that ecosystem. So if I have xCloud, I should be able to stream those games from my Xbox to my phone at any time. So that's what was said. At least we're not sure, but that's what was said. So with that being said, I believe that is going to be that's going to be better for the person that's in the Xbox ecosystem. And they've already said Game Pass is in the cloud. So, or it's going to be in the xCloud next year. So I think that's going to be for, let's say let's say you just try, let's say they haven't said how much the price is, but let's say they bundle xCloud and Game Pass Ultimate into Game Pass Ultimate. All right, let's say you got somebody new like Adam. Let's say Adam doesn't have Xbox Game Pass or anything of that nature. He runs and is like, hey man, I want to try this out. $15 for 1 month? Man, let me try that out. And he tries out Xbox Game Pass. He gets xCloud and the same thing. They run together. Bam, you can play all these games in the cloud day one. And he's like, oh my God, this is awesome. Now goes out and buys an Xbox. They've just accomplished their mission.
Yep.
I do think they're going to overrule this. I think Stadia is going to be around for a while. I don't think Google's going to shut it down. There's actually a website, I forgot what it's called, but a guy created a website it's basically a countdown, and the countdown is the average program that Google shuts down, which is 4 years. So it's on a countdown right now of like 3 years, 11 months, and something days, because that's the time that they normally shut it down.
That's so hilarious.
A guy made a website strictly for that. So it's pretty funny, because now we got to wait. The thing is, that's it. It's a waiting game. So basically, we just got to see if they're going to shut it down, if they're going to keep it. I don't think they'll shut it down, and the reason I don't, gentlemen, is because of the people they have there. They've got Phil Harrison. Phil Harrison's from Xbox. That guy didn't come there for a small amount of money. They've got people from PlayStation, big higher ups, and people didn't come there for a small amount of money. They got Jade Raymond. Jade Raymond is a big game director. They're creating studios. Those people didn't come there for a small amount of money. They're just throwing money at this shit. And as I know that Google has a lot of money, I don't think they're just going to throw money at shit for no reason. So I think it'll be around.
They did with Google Glass, though.
Yeah, but Google.
Other things.
Yeah, but
Google Plus, Google Fiber.
Google Plus was meant to fail. I still feel like Google Plus was thrown out there to fail. I really honestly do. Google Plus didn't have a lot with it. Me and my friends tried it for a long time, man, and it had everything that LinkedIn and Facebook had, Google Plus had. And there was already people that were on LinkedIn, because Google Plus was a big thing about marketing your business and doing big things like LinkedIn is. LinkedIn is about marketing yourself as a professional individual. And to me, that's what Google Plus was, that put together. And there was already two things that existed that were in that nature that were better. I feel like Google Plus was out there to fail. And I didn't really like Google Plus anyway. There's that you could say. I just don't, with the people they're hiring in. Here's the thing. For Google Plus or Google Glass, right? Those were expensive products, obviously. They probably cost maybe $1 billion, $2 billion, couple billion to work on. I don't think Google Plus cost that much, but maybe Google Glass, definitely. But I don't think they had big names with a lot of money going to these people working on it. They probably had a lot of money going to the product, but I don't think they had money going to the people. Because here's the thing. You're looking at a guy like Phil Harrison. Phil Harrison is an ex-CEO. He's not going to come there for a shortage of money. And these other people, I don't know how well y'all know these people. I know these people pretty well because of past shit and news and shit. But these are people that I don't think they would leave their companies and go work for this company if they didn't believe in the product. I don't know how much sense I'm making to you, but these are people that I would believe that would go to this company to make this product because they believed in the product. They seen the product, they believed in it, and they want to make it better. But it's just not now. this should have rolled out in I've said this before, should have been in a beta or early access, because then nobody could complain about the features that aren't there.
Well, that was I saw a headline about a review for Stadia. The headline was the unfinished beta that you pay for.
Correct. You're basically, here's the thing. If you're a founder of this, you're basically paying for a beta, and you are basically beta testing this. Basically.
And some people are okay with that. Just on the ground floor or something.
A couple friends of mine I've seen on Facebook have been posting they got theirs in today. So they got them, and now we're looking at the 23rd. It's been out 4 days at this point, right? So, and they've already said, like, you might not get yours in the first day. I remember them saying that. That was a story that came out. You might not get your Founders Edition in the first day. They're going to come out as they were ordered. So if you're like the 500,000th person that ordered one, then you're going to be the 500,000th person to get your junk. That's how they did that, which I think was also a shitty way of doing it. Because it might be December before you get your stuff. So
I don't know, man. I think what we all know about it is that it's going to take a lot of work. It's definitely going to take a lot more work, and they're going to have to put a lot of effort into it. I really hope Google does that.
Me too. I want you to. John, here. I'm gonna not to cut you off, but I want to add something into what you said there. So look at Xbox One's release, right? Xbox One's release was probably one of the shittier releases in the world, because of it was shitty because of the way that E3 went. That E3 went very shitty. You couldn't play used games. It was always going to be online. Bunch of that stuff they added, and they thought was going to be great for gamers, which for some reason I don't know why the fuck they thought that, but they thought it was going to be great. GameStop talked about not selling them in the stores because they couldn't play used games, things of that nature. Think about that launch. That launch was shitty. And if you think about, I said a thing about first what's it called? What did I call it? What's it called when I first meet you? Impression. So a first impression, right? That still didn't catch up to them, right? Because people were like, oh, fuck this Xbox, and went and bought a PS4, and that's why PS4 has sold 102 million products at this point. And Xbox doesn't report their NPD numbers every month because they know they're going to be shitty. They've probably sold a lot more now, but look at Google's launch, right? Launches are usually always shitty, right? We all know that. We all know you're going to get the worst of the product you're going to get is on launch day, correct? Because they're just going to build it and make it better, right? Right.
Absolutely.
So, in a year, are we going to be talking about this, and are we going to talk about it being better? I don't know. You don't know. Adam don't know. If we could get a future motherfucker in here to tell us, that'd be wonderful. If you want to come, future guy, please, we'll talk to you. I would love that exclusive interview, actually. Anyway, just so I can say exclusive and then talk about it. But it's time.
Look at the Xbox One and the first games that came out, it had like Rise, Fall of Rome. That was the only real game that was even remotely worth buying, and I bought it because that was all I could play on it.
Yeah.
And I remember hating it.
I love that game.
It was so easy to get through.
But I love that game.
The story was okay, but it was just bored. It was the gameplay was just not there.
I think that game was great.
Like a kind of half-ass. You can love it if you want to. That's cool. It just was not. It's not like a high-end game. You know what I mean?
No, it wasn't. You could tell it wasn't. No, it was a very linear story, very linear everything. It wasn't. It wasn't something that was like it wasn't no God of War, or it wasn't no massive thing of that nature. I think it's once again it comes down to time. In a year, are we going to be talking about this again? Because here's the thing. I think they wanted to get this out obviously before xCloud. It makes sense. They wanted to get this out before the competitor. It makes sense.
It makes sense, but at the same time, having the competition, I'm hoping they will stick with it to make it better.
I think they will. I know what Google's track record is. I understand that, but I trust in these people that are there. I trust in people like Phil Harrison, people like Jade Raymond, people like what's the dude fucking left PlayStation and went over to Google, and he's now a big guy. I can't think about his name, but anyway, I trust those people because I don't think they would have left these higher jobs and went to, I don't want to say a lower position, but possibly a lower position, and probably took a pay cut. I would think, and not get the, probably not Phil Harrison, because I think he's the leader on everything. But I don't know, man. There's just certain people. Like I pay attention to people in the game industry, and I trust those people's words. I have before, and they've usually came pretty clean. It's kind of like Phil Spencer right now, the head of Xbox. I trust everything he's saying right now, because Phil Spencer is a wonderful individual, and he actually looks like and acts like he cares about gamers. And when he does say something is going to happen, it usually does happen. So if he was, and what I'm saying is, I trust him. So if he was to go over to Stadia tomorrow and start working for them, and he says, "Hey man, I came over here because you've seen my love for Xbox. I came over here because I trusted this product and I seen how it was going to work," I'd be like, "Okay, I trust you. Let's see what it does." It's trusting people. And I understand a lot of the people, customers, maybe you guys don't know who these people are, or maybe other customers don't know who these people are, so they're not going to know that. So obviously they don't give a shit, right? They just care if the product works. And from what I've heard right now, the product works. I just think it should have opened up in a beta, man, because you can't play the controller wireless on your phone. It has to be plugged in. You can't play, all those features we talked about last week. From what I've heard, 4K doesn't run on the Ultracast or of the control. No, not control. The Google, whatever the Ultracast is, the Ultra. What is it called?
The Chromecast.
Chromecast. There you go. Whatever, the Chromecast Ultra. There you go. The Chromecast Ultra. It doesn't run 4K on, supposedly, from what I've heard. Supposedly that's a firmware update. What's with the shit of you can't of if I already own a Chromecast Ultra, I can't play Stadia on this, but I have to play the one that you sent to me. What's up with this firmware update over here? When am I going to be able to do this? Why did you not put this into beta? That's the question, I guess. So
yeah.
It just makes sense. It should have went into beta early access. I think it would have caused a lot of this bitching of certain things not to be there. I don't want to say to not be there, because people are always going to bitch, but it would have made more sense. Am I making sense?
Yeah. And at least there are good games on there. Like they're older. They're not something new, brand new, but there are some games.
The only problem I see with it, the prices are laughable. Like,
absolutely.
Like I think the old 2013 Tomb Raider, the reboot, is $20, I think, $30. Some of the prices on there are very laughable. Like, I understand like Red Dead being $59.99, and if you're a Stadia Pro member, you get like massive price, kind of like you do with the PS Plus member. You get massive price discounts, like a 30% price discount or something. You get massive discounts. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes, and hopefully we're talking about Stadia in a year. Where I want to see this at is, I want to see what's going on with Stadia. I don't want to give up on them until I see day-and-day release dates of Stadia, Xbox One, PS4, Switch all together at the same time, and PC. That way I can see what's holding up. Is Stadia holding up to PC? Is Stadia holding up to Xbox One? Is Stadia holding up to PS4? I want to see if Stadia is holding up to PC, mainly because if I can't run Ultra on my card, which I know I can, but if I have a shitty laptop and I know I can't run this, let's take Adam for instance. Me and Adam were talking last night. Adam can't run WoW on his PC. So if Adam can't run WoW on his PC, obviously he has a shitty PC. So if he can't, or not shitty, but the parts in it are not gaming parts, obviously. So if he can't, or older parts, if he can't run that on there, will he be able to do that with Stadia? That's the thing. That's what I want to see. Can you run Cyberpunk in 4K, and does that look better than what I'm going to run it in on this PC? That's what I want to see. I want to see day-and-day release dates. Does that make sense? And see how that works out, and then we can judge and be like, okay, yeah, Stadia, shut that shit down. You're done. Google, shut it down.
Yeah. Well, I guess we just gotta wait and see.
Yep. That seems
like, really, unfortunately, all we can do at this point.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, all we can do is talk about the reviews and wait and see where it goes.
Yeah.
What's up?
We'll stick on Stadia as being in limbo. Sounds good.
I guess.
In limbo, it's like we're not gonna we're gonna reserve judgment.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I was gonna say you got it. Sometimes you got to.
If one of us gets hands on, we really can't.
Yeah. I can't sit here and talk. I mean, I can talk shit about what I don't know, and I can talk shit about what I read in these articles.
You keep cutting out. You're cut out completely.
I'm cut out completely. I'm not talking. Can't hear me.
Now I can hear you.
Okay.
That whole thing you said.
So, I can talk shit about I can talk shit about Stadia because of what I read in these articles, but I can't talk shit about it because I had, like you said, I don't have hands on. Without having my buddy Ryan has it, so I may either get him to come on and do a quick interview about it, or me and him may have a little one-on-one, and I'll see what he says about it. So that's Stadia, so we'll see where that goes. Moving on, this week we got a possible PS5 controller design out of a patent leak. This comes to us from Forbes, actually, which is really random, out of their games area, from Paul Tassi. It's really weird that Forbes has a freaking games division. So a patent.
I've been seeing a lot from them lately.
I know. It's just really random that it has. So I'll show these patents up on the screen here in front of us. But these patents, basically these patents are. It looks like a DualShock 4. The only thing I see different is I see a microphone port, or not a microphone port. I believe there's actually a microphone on it. Supposedly they're getting rid of the touchpad, from what I've heard, which is really weird because they said that it's going to be backwards compatible with PS4 games, and some PS4 games you have to use a touchpad on. So that's kind of weird. I don't know how they're going to work that out.
In this image I'm looking at, it looks like there's a touchpad on it.
I don't believe that's a touchpad. I believe that was reported not to be a touchpad. From what was said.
I'm disappointed by that because I actually like the touchpad.
I like the touchpad to an extent. I liked it for certain things. Like, I think the main thing I liked it was I always felt like it was like a dedicated map button, which I liked. Like, I remember I like it being I pressed that in and bam, here's a map. I love that. It was a dedicated map. I didn't have to press start and go to the map and blah blah blah. I just hit that and went to map. I usually like that. It's one of the things where yes,
going to haptics.
Yep, going to haptics. That was one thing they said in one of their interviews with Wired, I believe, was that they're going to haptics feedback, kind of what Xbox already has with their stuff, which makes sense. DualShock 4 was already a good feeling controller. I like DualShock 4s. I mean, Xbox One to me is the best controller in the world, but
absolutely 100%.
It's more comfortable. It's more ergonomic. It's easier for me to play on. When I'm playing on my PC, I play with that. Playing on Apple Arcade, I play with that. But this looks fatter. I don't know if you notice. It kind of has a fatness of a Xbox One controller. If you look at it, if you hold, it has the fatness of an Xbox One controller. If you look at a DualShock 4, it doesn't look the same.
Yeah, maybe I see a little bit in the handles are a little thicker.
Right.
On the sides, definitely similar to but I mean, I guess we wouldn't know until.
No, I mean, but to me, it looks fatter. To me, it does look fatter than what I'm looking at my DualShock 4 right now, and it looks fatter to me. But this is also in a picture, so I mean, there's no telling until we get a real picture of one. So we'll see. Yeah. I'm sure there will be a comparison side by side, and we'll see from there. Moving on, Valve announced a new Half-Life VR game called Half-Life Alyx. This was kind of random. Valve created a Twitter and announced this on Twitter. They announced this on Twitter, which was really weird. It's been talked about for a while that a Half-Life game was in the works and that it was a VR game. And with Valve releasing the Valve Index here pretty soon, or recently, this makes sense as to why you would get it. Or why they would do that. And I guess you get this game for free if you get a Valve Index. But that's also spending $700 on a headset.
Yeah.
So, the trailer looked beautiful. I agree. I was just about to ask you what you think about the trailer.
Those head crabs, man. It's good to see them in a real, like, dedicated graphics that are updated to the modern age, because the textures on it and everything it's just great to go from that blocky old bit, style from the original Half-Life 1 and 2, every other iteration we got to go see this. And
I think what I liked most about the trailer was when she was sneaking around.
You're out.
I'm out?
You did like...
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
God, Jesus, what's going on? Let me hear. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna hit talk. I'm gonna re up.
Yeah, you're good. Just everything with looking how you just searching through shelves and you grabbed out the ammunition, every little bit. I hope that feature is inside the game, because that would be really cool to just, there's a shell, I can stuff it in my gun, and bam. That's pretty interesting.
I just
A
hope
good
they
use
have
of
a
the
Gary's
VR.
mod 2 now.
Huh?
I just hope they do a Gary's mod 2.
Dude, Half-Life is a good. It's got a great story. And
I never played
you really
Half-Life.
fall in love with
just
that.
played Gary's
Am I-
mod, so that's how I know half the stuff.
Am I back here?
Yeah, you sound good, buddy.
Okay.
Half-Life is a story about a man and his crowbar. That's all.
I would like to see. I would really like to see. I've never played Gary's mod, but I had always heard fun things about it. My brother plays it.
Oh wow, it's just cutting in and out again, Dan.
Is it still? What's going on?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just gonna have to fucking deal with it, and I'll fucking work with it later.
Okay.
Is it running now? Is it running fine?
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, okay, that's running fine. I'll just have to leave it alone. So anyway, it looks good. It looks fun. I think my favorite thing about it is when she went to move containers on the shelves, and to see stuff behind it. It's kind of cool. They're making everything touchable inside of the play space, which I think is awesome. Yeah, guys, I think it's gonna be fun. I'm out again.
That's what we were just saying, and that I hope that is definitely part of the mechanic, because that is fucking really cool to sift through shells and find whatever you need. That's awesome.
Right. I really hope so, man. That'd be a blast to see.
Hell yeah.
So, Alyx, Adam, whatever the hell your freaking name is.
Get there eventually.
Intern.
Yeah, intern. Can you do you have any Half-Life experience?
No, that's what I was telling John. I've played Gary's mod, and that's the only thing I've done.
I have no Half-Life experience, buddy. I'm right there with you. I could care less about it. I know I'm probably freaking committing a sin right now, but I have to certain people. Like, I know Half-Life was a big thing to show what the technology could do back in the day. That was just like, hey man, here, look what we can do now, and it was supposedly great, but it's never been my thing. I think I gave it a try one time, and I was like, yeah, all right, well, this ain't gonna work for me, and then I turned it off. So.
Unfortunately, some people roll that way with games.
This does look good, though. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll see where that goes, and we'll see who gets it. I mean, you never know. One of us will probably get it. I mean, John's got a headset. Well, you've only got a PSVR, don't you?
I do have PSVR.
Okay, so you've only got a PSVR. Okay, I talked about getting a headset because they got a couple headsets on sale for Black Friday. I talked about getting one, but I also get really sick in VR. So, well, I don't want to say I get sick. I get sick during 3D movies, or I get a massive headache. So I would think that VR would probably do the same thing to me. So that's why I don't get in there. All right, gentlemen. Well, let's move on to these. So the Game Awards, of course, we all know is on December the 14th.
Yes,
I believe.
Yes.
Give me a second. December the 14th. Yes, it's a Saturday. It's gonna be on December the 14th. So, no, it is December the 18th. Or no, hold on. Shit, give me a day.
I thought it was the 14th. We were the 18th.
No, no, we're the 14th. We're doing our show the 14th. That's on a Saturday night. We're doing our Game of the Year show the 14th. So, hold on.
Okay, you're right.
Let me see. Hold on. Give me a second. Y'all talk amongst yourself for a minute.
Talk amongst yourselves.
December 12th. December 12th.
I'd really like to go back and play the Half-Life games, but I know it's just it would be so difficult to go back and play in that blocky ugliness.
So,
there's a lot of games that I want to go back and play and get into, but
your backlog. You have too big of a backlog, man. So do I. Everybody does. Game Awards are December the 12th.
Okay, cool.
So our show is December the 14th, and December the 12th is when we'll find out what Game of the Year is, the real Game of the Year, because Game Awards nowadays is really the only one that seems to matter. IGN's is cool and all, but Game Awards is the Game of the Year. So I'm gonna go ahead and announce some nominees, and we can talk a little bit about who we would vote for, who we did. Have you voted in all these categories already, guys?
I voted in most of them.
Okay, Adam, have you done anything on Game of the Awards website? Okay,
so I was waiting to play Fallen Order.
Well, you can't. Fallen Order, buddy, is in none of these categories because it's going to be for next year. Fallen Order is going to be in next year's because it released too late. It dropped too late. Smash Brothers is in almost every one of these categories, and Smash Brothers came out in December of last year. There's a cutoff. Cutoff is, I believe, I heard Greg Miller on Kind of Funny say, cutoff is November the 1st, I believe, and then they release on November the 15th. And normally they would give, outlets would get codes before the cutoff, and Jedi Fallen Order did not give codes to anyone until like 2 days before the game came out. So so it's their fault. It's their fault.
I've waited for nothing then.
yeah, you could technically you could vote while we're doing this. So game of the year, your by the way, I want to shout out Ryan Reeves, buddy. I want to shout out, you owe me fucking $50, and I would like my $50 in crisp $1 bills, please, because I told you Metro Exodus would not be on this goddamn list, you sorry sack of shit. Anyway, so game of the year, and now this dude gets on my goddamn nerves, because people think they can argue with me about game and shit, man, and you should know it's not gonna fucking fly. Anyway,
That's why I stopped.
Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. That's just how, because I have facts, man. It's hard. It's like me arguing with you about Star Wars shit. It's dumb. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna look stupid. I'm not doing that. I mean, you can have an opinion. That's great, but if your opinion is wrong, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
So anyway,
that's awesome.
Game of the year. Hi, I'm Mike. Hi, I have an anger issue. I'm here. So
I need to seek out therapy for my gaming anger.
Yes. So your this year, your nominees are Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Like I said, Super Smash Bros. Came out in December last year, so technically it was past the day, so it's allowed on this. And then The Outer Worlds, which was my vote. Guys, who would you give that to there? Let's just do some quick throwing up here.
The only game on that list I have played is Smash.
Okay, so that's basically all you can say there. The only thing I want to say about this is what I found really weird about this is Death Stranding is in every single one of these categories. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but there's a man by the name of Jeff Keighley. Jeff Keighley runs the Game Awards. Jeff Keighley is in Death Stranding. So I find that very controversial at this point. I mean, Death Stranding could be a good game. From what I've heard, some people love it. You know, it got 10s in certain outlets, but it's really weird that game is on here a lot, and he was in the game. I don't know. I could be wrong, but
I'm gonna try to pick it up and play it.
I'm gonna do it
maybe before our Game Awards.
I'm gonna do it when it's $20. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, that's the only reason I want to pick it up now is just because of our Game Awards, to be honest with you. And I just need to know if it's a good game or not.
What once again, I'll remind you from what I've heard from people, 8 to 10 hours is what it takes to get into it.
I'm sorry, what? It's 10 hours to enjoy it.
To get in and actually enjoy what you're doing and remember what you're doing. Adam, are you frozen?
No,
okay, no, you're cool.
Very still.
I was gonna say you're sitting very still for some reason. At least Jonathan's playing with his beard, so I know he's here.
Well, if I had a beard, I'd play with it too.
Okay, well, I mean,
if you could grow a beard, you'd play
true,
with it.
True, you patchy bastard. All right, so best action game: Apex Legends, Astral Chain, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Devil May Cry 5, Gears 5, and Metro Exodus was here. So I for this here, they have action game and action adventure game, which is really weird to me. I know action game is more of your first person shooter to me, Call of Duty took that over for me for obvious reasons. I've talked about that on my show.
I have not played Call of Duty, even though I really want to play that single player. So I did choose Apex Legends only because I've put so many fucking hours into this year.
Which I figured you would. Adam?
Yeah.
DMC.
I can understand why you would say that. I just don't think it's action, because action games are more FPS to me. I mean, that's me. It's, once again, my opinion's right, yours is wrong. But I mean, it's
Sorry, you cut out.
Okay, you didn't hear what I said then? Oh shit! Well, that joke went downhill. Goddamn.
Retell the joke.
I said DMC. That's great that you chose that and all, but I just can't, because it's, to me, action game is an FPS, is a first person shooter, and my opinion is right, yours is wrong. But anyway, no, I'm kidding. I think DMC is a good choice for that, because it is stylistic, it is action. I think that's a good choice for that. That would be another one. If I played that, I honestly probably would have chose that there as well. Action adventure: Borderlands 3, Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Action adventure to
Action adventure.
Yeah, action adventure. It's basically adventure game, puzzle, combat type thing. With this one, I chose Control. I loved everything about Control in this feature. Third person action adventure. I loved it. I thought about doing Resident Evil 2 because the Resident Evil 2 remake was really good at this as well, especially puzzle wise. Same thing with Link's Awakening. I honestly thought about. So I chose Control here.
I definitely chose Control here. I'm still kind of on the fence about as far as game of the year because I haven't finished it. But what I have played of it is just fucking amazing. Like it's just great.
Great game. I actually have a problem with the Game of the Year nominees here because I'm not sure if you guys know how this works, but how this works.
Cut it out, buddy.
Fucking shit.
Sorry.
Anyway, I don't know what's fucking wrong with this mic. Anyway, with the way that Game Awards work, right, is Game Awards work. I think I'm cutting out to you guys. I don't think I'm cutting out in OBS because I can still see this moving. So I think we're okay.
Okay.
I think I could be. No, y'all can tell me when I'm cutting out. It's fine. I need to know so I can repeat to you guys. So the way this works is that outlets get all the nominees early, and so IGN, Kind of Funny, all these GameSpot, all these kind of outlets, and they ask their teams and they put in what they think, and then they take a note of what was voted on most, and then they put that in the nominees. Okay, I just want everybody to know.
Okay.
So, did you pick anything for action adventure there, Adam?
The only thing that I actually played was Sekiro, and I would not vote for that game. So.
Okay.
Well, no, it's all right. I did also play Borderlands 3.
Oh, okay, that's right. Adam hated Sekiro when everybody else loved it. I actually hated it too, buddy. Don't feel bad. It's just not a game for me. It's not a game for me.
Souls, and I love Bloodborne and Demon Souls and everything like that. And I'm loving Jedi because it's kind of had that same. But Sekiro just didn't do it for me.
I don't think Sekiro wasn't going to do it for me because I don't like Dark Souls games. Sorry, everybody, if I'm coughing. I'm sick. I'm kind of sick. Art direction. Control, which Death Stranding, Gree, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, and Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. I chose Sayonara Wild Hearts here because I loved the art direction in that and the way they did like a. I don't know if I talked about this with you guys, but Sayonara was a it was an album. It was an album that was made into a game, and I really loved it. Anybody else? Or for this category?
The only one I chose was Link's Awakening.
I did love the art style in Link's Awakening.
Yeah, just the art style is cute and fun. Yeah. So,
Adam,
I just picked that.
Once again, I only played Sekiro, but I have seen stuff for most of these, and I would go Zelda as well. I love that cute little toony plastic art style.
I loved that art style. The only thing I hated about it was it brought the frame rate down. Like every time my frame rate dropped, it was because of the art style. Like it was because like the bushes moving and the way they moved and things of that nature. But I loved that game. And playing it first on the Switch before I went back and played the Game Boy, which I haven't done that yet, and I probably won't now. From what I've heard, it's a good way to play it. Audio design. So what would you do with like I guess the best thing to play with headphones, I guess, or best thing to hear? Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Control, Death Stranding, Gears 5, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. I chose Control here because I loved in the headset. I loved hearing like all of the chanting and demons and the way and the talking and stuff when I was walking in the rooms. I also thought about Call of Duty Modern Warfare here because of the. You'll hear it. They talked about their audio and the way they did things, like with bullets and the shooting, the way the gun sounded, and like if you were shooting beside a truck, it would sound different than if you were shooting in the open or something like that. So I thought about that. Anybody else here?
I just chose Control, literally the same reason that you did. Just the voices and all that good stuff.
Adam, you need to play Control, man. Yes, it does, and that's why I love that. It was something cool. And you've only played Shadow here, right?
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, Sekiro. Yeah, Sekiro.
Shadows.
Man, you really.
I need to branch out more.
I really don't understand their audio. I don't know how they got voted for audio design there, but community.
It did have a good kind of soundtrack-esque thing going on.
Did it have like a massive ching when you parried with your sword and stuff like that?
I think it did.
Maybe. I don't remember, man. I didn't play much of it. Community support. So basically what this goes to is the way that the developer, did they interact with their community a lot? Did they give good things like battle passes and stuff like that? So Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. All of these are good choices for this. I mean, it's really hard to go with anybody. No, Apex Legends, I'm sorry. It was not my choice.
I didn't say Apex Legends. Fortnite is definitely the
one that
serve their community 100%.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but all of these, dude, do it. I mean, all of these are very good choices. Whoever wins this, because even like Final Fantasy 14, like they've came so far, dude. And that game is almost bigger than WoW. Like,
I love Final Fantasy 14 just because developers hated the world, so they blew it up and started again.
Right, and you remember how it launched? It launched so shitty, dude. And then they redid it, and now the game's almost bigger than WoW. Like, it's number 2. It's very close to WoW. I actually did choose Apex in this category, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I did because of the way they interact with their community. How people said their first battle pass was super shitty, so they changed it and they went back and redid everything. I feel like Fortnite's been doing the exact same thing, but they've been doing wonderful at it. But they've been doing the same thing from the beginning, which is wonderful. But they've been doing the same thing from the beginning. Apex started this year and they fucked up in the beginning with that first battle pass was really shitty, and now they've been fixing it and the battle passes have been better. So the way they're working with their community, I feel like is good.
The reason I kind of the opposite of that in the same vein is it started out shitty and we didn't get good battle pass, we didn't get good events really until the end of the year.
Right.
So in that sense, we have a great battle pass now on Apex Legends. Like the way they're doing it now, I 100% approve. But because of that start out shitty to now, I wouldn't say it's good for the whole year. So that's why I'm saying Fortnite. Whereas next year it might be 100%. Like they've dialed in the battle pass and it becomes just one of the better things in gaming. But because of that weak launch and now we're just getting into it, I'm saying for me personally, it doesn't fit that category.
I can see what you're saying, but when I say that, what I'm saying it for is because of it's almost like I say about Final Fantasy 14. It was Apex Legends was obviously not a shitty launch. It was a shitty first battle pass. So they did that and they realized, our fans want this, and they went and did exactly what their fans wanted. Is what I'm saying. So they asked the community told. They did what they said. So that's why I chose Apex. Anything for you, Adam? John chose Fortnite.
I would say 14 just because I love the story behind them blowing up the world. Yeah,
and redid it. I think that's a wonderful thing too. We're going to skip Content Creator of the Year because I don't think any of us really do any of that. We'll skip Esports Coach, Esports Event as well, Esports Game of the Year, Esports Host, Esports Player, Esports Team, Family Game. Family Game might as well be the Nintendo category. I think Nintendo gets screwed out of certain things. I think Nintendo gets screwed out of a lot of Game of the Year stuff. I was talking about this to Jonathan earlier on this week on the phone, which I don't think he was listening. But
I was.
I think Nintendo gets screwed when it comes to Game of the Years because the only time a Game of the Year really hit for Nintendo was Breath of the Wild, I believe, and which that was an obvious. This year in Family Game, Luigi's Mansion 3, Ring Fit Adventure, which I don't know why that's on there, Super Mario Maker 2, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Yoshi's Crafted World. Here I chose Luigi's Mansion. I haven't played it, but I've heard from multiple people that it's awesome to play with your kids because Luigi just comes back to life as he goes.
We've been playing at my house. It actually, everybody kind of beat it really quickly.
It's a 14-hour, 15-hour game from what I've heard.
Yeah. There's definitely a way, I think, to beat it faster than that. I don't know. I didn't enjoy it as much. I think me and my kids have really enjoyed the Mario Maker 2. Mario Maker 2. I can't remember. The Mario.
Yeah, it's Mario Maker 2. Super Mario Maker 2.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. But Mario Maker really taken over my house. My kids are constantly playing that game together.
Right.
You know, they're creating all these damn worlds and shit and fighting each other.
And see, that is good for family. So that makes a lot of sense. I mean, that does make a lot of sense.
So I'm gonna go with Mario Maker 2.
Okay, Adam.
Mario Maker 2 as well. Fun fact: Luigi's Mansion 3 right now 80% speedrun, 2 hours and 49 minutes.
80.
Nice.
Okay, awesome.
That was actually done today.
Awesome. Best fighting game: Dead or Alive 6, Jump Force, which I don't understand why that's on here, Mortal Kombat 11, Samurai Showdown, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I chose Smash here.
I would say Mortal Kombat 11, just because of all the great shit they've done with it.
Mortal Kombat had so many hiccups. That's why I didn't choose it. It's still got hiccups to this day. And Smash is just Smash. I don't know if y'all know this, but Smash has sold more copies than I believe any fighting game in a long time. There's some super fact about Smash that just happened, and this game is amazing. So
I would choose Smash as well.
I don't even really know. I guess you can consider Smash I guess everybody considers a fighting game that 2D plane and everybody fighting each other, which I guess Smash does have that 2D plane, but it's just it's I consider it a fighting game. Fresh indie game. I don't know if y'all want to. I don't really know if y'all want to do this because I don't think y'all have played any of these.
No, I probably haven't.
I did the old Untitled Goose Game here. But they had Untitled Goose Game, Mega Crit, or actually I'm sorry, this is the studio who made this. So House made Untitled Goose Game. Mega Crit had Slay the Spire. Mobius Digital for Outer Wilds, which I've heard Outer Wilds is amazing. Dead Toast Entertainment from my friend Pedro. Nomada Studio for Gree, and then for Disco Elysium. I chose the old Goose Game there.
I played that as well, and I enjoyed that.
I love that game. It's so cute and so cuddly and so wonderful.
I also played Baba Is You, and
I love Baba Is You. I love Baba Is You. You don't like the art behind it, do you?
Nope.
Yeah.
I do not.
That game was made by a very small team, dude. That's why I love that game. I think it's great. It's
Minecraft was made by a single man.
Correct. Minecraft also looks like shit when it started. I know you're like 7 years old, Adam, but Minecraft looked like shit. You were probably like 2 when Minecraft came out, my friend.
No.
No.
Hold on. Let me
I was like 14.
let me be an intern for a minute. I got you.
I was like 11 years old.
Minecraft.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, because it was made by one guy. It was before they sold. Hold on one second. Let me find it so I can freaking. What year was Minecraft made? When did Minecraft come out?
The only Minecraft I've played is on my phone.
Okay.
Which actually is a lot of fun.
Minecraft came out in 2011. I'm sorry.
Technically came out in 2009.
Okay, so you were like 6.
How old were you, Adam?
Doing math.
Dead air for you to think about
Wow.
how old you were in
Wow.
2009, bro.
I'm gonna have to keep talking.
Take minus 10 years off of your life.
Yes,
It's
right now.
really easy.
Really simple. How old are you right now, Adam?
16.
So you were 16.
I would have been 16.
Okay, so
I'm
you were.
glad we got through that.
So hey, Jesus, why did that take you so long? Oh my God, you went to Auburndale, didn't you? Oh my God, that makes so much more sense. Oh my God.
Oh god.
Oh my God. Fuck, how old am I? You just made me feel dumb. How old am I?
Math hard.
The Courtney's probably behind you, and she probably did the math for you, and they probably did it and told you about it.
I mean, he was looking down. He probably texted Mom.
What is? How old am I?
I know it's late, Mom, but
I need to know this. I'm on a podcast.
how old was I in 2009?
So, as funny and sad as it is, I actually forgot how old it was yesterday. And actually had
That
to go on a
happens
website and be like, how old am
Every
I?
day.
That happens the older and older you get, and also wait until you have multiple kids and they ask you what your kids' birthdays are. Wait till you go to the doctor or the hospital. What's your kid's birthday? Oh fuck, babe. What's the kid's birthday?
See, I don't have a problem with that. And I
Shit.
don't have a problem with my birthday, but I have a problem going, wait, fuck, how old am I? Am I 33, 34?
See, it's easy for me, man. 1990. I just take every year with a 0. I know it has a 0 in it somewhere. It just works out for me better. So let's go with game direction. Game direction. Basically, creative vision and innovation in the game. Control, Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, and Outer Wilds. I chose Outer Wilds here. The only reason I did is because like I said, I didn't play Outer Wilds, but I watched a couple playthroughs. And a fun fact about this game: Outer Wilds was made by two guys at a college. This was basically their project in school, and that's how this game was made. The physics and stuff are there. The game was wonderful. So I chose Outer Wilds here just to give it a little bit of credit.
I would say Death Stranding because just because of the director, even though I haven't played the damn game. So
fucking Kojima.
I'm just saying, it's Kojima, so he has to win. Period.
Jesus, you sound like 99% of people that I can't stand. I am the 1%.
Every douchebag there ever was.
Fuck Kojima. I'm gonna get fucking yelled at.
Yet if I play back these podcasts, you say he's a fucking genius.
He is a genius. He is a genius that deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore of best creators of all time. The thing I don't like,
I'm a fucking poser for sure.
Correct. The people I do not like are the people that choose Kojima just because of his name. That's the only thing. I think Kojima deserves to be where he is because his stories are great. But people that haven't played this game, such as myself, if I was to say, "Man, this game's awesome. Man, this story's great," and I haven't played it, I sound like a dumbass. So I just don't.
Hey, listen,
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't have a choice in really any of these.
Yeah, you do.
I didn't play much.
You play Control. You play Control.
You're right, but I don't know anything. I haven't finished Control either.
Which sounds like which is blasphemous. I mean that you haven't finished Control. Adam,
I'm sorry that I'm trying to beat Jedi Fallen Order first.
Adam, I'm muting Jonathan. Tell me what he says. What is?
Now my main question would be, if there actually was indeed a Mount Rushmore for video game designers, who would be on it?
I mean, you're taking us off on a tangent. We're our time.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that bullshit.
We've done this already, and you know what? That was probably one of those 3 weeks you were not on the show, so that's your fault for missing.
Hold on, I'm going to add to my notes for next week for our topic of conversation.
Bam.
Who is the Mount Rushmore?
That's what we do next week. That's what we do next week. Next week, Mount Rushmore of video games. Our video game. Let's do. You want to do video game characters or video game creators?
Oh damn.
Do video game characters.
Okay.
Video game creators, Adam. I can tell you a couple of mine right now. I believe Miyamoto deserves to be on there because Miyamoto's an obvious answer. I believe Kojima deserves to be on there because of who he is. I believe Peter Molyneux deserves to be on there. I'm not sure if you know who Peter Molyneux is. Peter Molyneux made Fable. He made also other things. Peter Molyneux is great. He's one of my favorite creators.
Is he the guy who did that weird game way back, like on the phone? You had like tap the blocks and then the last person tapped the last block.
I don't believe so. I know Peter Molyneux mainly did Fable. He was like Fable. I don't know if he did all the Fables, but he did mainly Fable. And creators are kind of hard to do because I mean, if you don't know creators, then it's kind of rough for you to do. I personally know a lot of them, but I like Peter Molyneux. I like Kojima. I like.
He did. It was called "What's Inside the Cube."
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's like any of the names sound familiar.
And,
come back to this. So we're doing the Mount Rushmore of what?
Let's do video game characters.
Characters. Okay, cool.
And then I would also do. I think I would also put. It's hard. I think I would put Yoshinori Kitase on there. Yoshinori Kitase is on a lot of Final Fantasy games, mainly 7, and I say that for obvious reasons because 7 was a difference for me. So let's move on to games. So next week you got that topic, John?
Yeah, I already got it down.
Attaboy. Games for impact. So thought-provoking and social meaning. So what this means is like if a game has like a social meaning like bullying or depression, things of that nature. Concrete Genie, Gree, Kind Words, Life is Strange 2, and Sea of Solitude. Sea of Solitude I played. It has a depression meaning in it, which is really good. And then Concrete Genie I also played a little bit of, and that has a bullying type theme, and I chose Concrete Genie here. Fun fact here, I'm not sure if you guys have heard about this game, which you probably haven't, but Kind Words, basically Kind Words is our It's an online game, and basically you write in your journal. You see the kid in the picture there. If you're looking at the picture of a kid writing on a piece of paper, basically you write it. From what I've heard, you write a note down, and the note goes into a server somewhere. And then when somebody pulls up their game, that they'll get a random note, and they could get that note, and they write back, and then you get that note back. So they try and give you like some words. It's like almost like a kind word type thing, trying to make you feel better type thing. I thought that was pretty cool when I read that. So I'm not sure if you guys played any of these. So
I've not played any of them.
Okay, so we'll skip that one. Best independent game: Baba Is You, Disco Elysium, Katana Zero, Outer Wilds, Untitled Goose Game. I bet you never guessed which I chose there.
Untitled Goose Game is right up your alley.
Oh, that's my baby there. My wife hates that goddamn game. Mobile game.
Walk around the house honking.
I honked the shit out of that goose. His name is Sir Francis, and I honked the shit out of him when we were playing. Call of Duty Mobile, Grindstone, Sayonara Wild Hearts, Sky, Children of the Light, and What the Golf. I chose What the Golf here because that game's amazing. Apple Arcade I had for a month or whatever, and I played What the Golf a shitload. You guys probably can't do that here.
I played a shit ton of Call of Duty Mobile, and I still love that game. I'm still playing it.
I haven't played anything. Of course, I got a feeling Call of Duty Mobile's going to win this because then you got all the tryhards that have probably went and played that and didn't give these other games a try. But I figured that's probably going to win this category, I would probably think. Because nobody knows these other games, and I figured that's what would happen.
Mike, can you do your cable for your mic? Because you're really cutting out kind of bad.
Dude, I'm not cutting out anything on my side. It must be on y'all. Let me check. Here, shit. Yeah, give me a second. Here, do y'all have the page pulled up for the Game Awards nominees? Scroll down.
I couldn't get the actual thing. I just got IGN list.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Am I cutting out still?
Nope.
Okay, so y'all. I mean, I'm probably cutting out to y'all, but I don't think I'm cutting out on my side because
you're cutting out right now.
See, I'm seeing pure. What you call it? Yeah. Whatever that word is. My levels are fine. I'm looking at my levels, so I think I'm just cutting out to you guys.
Well, then that's fine.
I don't know. Hopefully that's fine. Let's talk about. Well, I'll check it after we're done. Let's talk about multiplayer game. Apex Legends, Borderlands 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Tetris 99, Tom Clancy's The Division 2. I chose Apex here because Apex came out this year, and Apex was a wonderful little multiplayer game.
I agree, Apex.
Awesome. Adam?
Division.
That's probably you play Division, I'm guessing.
I played Division, and I loved the world.
Awesome. I'm going to speed up a little bit here, guys, so we can get some time. Narrative. Plague Tale Innocence, which is one of my games of the year. Control, Death Stranding, Disco Elysium, and The Outer Worlds. I chose, of course, Plague Tale here because I loved everything about that game.
Okay.
Guys?
Probably going with Control.
Control, okay. Adam?
Not played any of those, so
okay.
Give me that.
Ongoing game: Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. I chose Apex as well.
Apex Legends for sure.
Adam? Nothing. Man, you got to stop giving us dead air here, man. You got to give us some conversation.
That game is not available right now.
No, that game is not available.
I got nothing for that.
Okay. So performance, best performance in the game. Ashley Birch played Parvati in Outer Worlds. Courtney Hope played Jesse Faden in Control. Laura Bailey as Kate Diaz in Gears 5. Mads Mikkelsen as Cliff in Death Stranding. Matthew Porretta as Casper Darling in Control, which if you didn't know, that's the voice of also Max Payne and Alan Wake. And Norman Reedus as Sam Porter Bridges in Death Stranding. I went with Ashley Birch here because I loved Parvati in Outer Worlds. Parvati was probably one of my favorite characters in that game. So I chose that. Adam, you probably can't choose any of these. Laura Bailey. Laura Bailey's awesome. I loved her. I think
really liked her voice acting.
I think Courtney Hope also did a wonderful job as Jessie in Control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all those are really hard to pick from.
Huh?
But I picked Norman Reedus because I know him.
Yeah, fuck Norman Reedus. That's the only reason I stayed away from him because I knew him. That's the only reason I stayed. And he's not a video game character to me, so I stayed away from him. Role playing game: Disco Elysium, Final Fantasy 4. Is that 14? That's 14. Kingdom Hearts 3, Monster Hunter World, Iceborne, and The Outer Worlds. I chose The Outer Worlds here.
Outer Worlds.
Kingdom Hearts.
Of course. You play Kingdom Hearts 3?
I played one level of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay. Score and music: Cadence of Hyrule, Death Stranding, Devil May Cry 5, Kingdom Hearts 3, Sayonara Wild Hearts. I chose Sayonara Wild Hearts because, like I said, that game is a pop album. It's pretty much a pop album. So
I can only pick on Cadence of Hyrule.
Yeah, you played that.
That's the only one I really played, and that was a really good track. So
I've listened to the soundtrack for Cadence of Hyrule, and I liked it.
Yeah, it was really good. I actually listened to that as well.
Oh, yeah.
Sports racing game: Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, Dirt Rally 2.0, eFootball Pro Evolution Soccer 2020, F1 2019, FIFA 20. FIFA 20 is going to win this category because there's a lot of tryhard soccer players, but I chose Crash Team Racing to be different.
Same.
No opinion.
No opinion, of course. Strategy game, which I'm pissed off that this game is the only category it got in. But strategy game: Age of Wonders, Planetfall, NO 1800, Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Total War 3 Kingdoms, Tropico 6, and Wargroove. I of course chose Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I'm pissed off this is the only area this game came in because this game's wonderful.
I chose Fire Emblem for you.
Thank you, much appreciated.
You're welcome.
Get a little bit, Jesus. Adam?
No opinion.
No opinion. Okay. VR AR game: Asgard's Wrath, Blood and Truth, Beat Saber, No Man's Sky, Trover Saves the Universe. I chose Beat Saber here because the only VR game I really have played is Beat Saber.
Which is a fun game.
It is. And that's going to end us out for the nominees. So now that you know, you are our votes, guys, you can always go on the Game Awards and GameAwards.com actually and go vote for your nominees there, and then we'll be able to see. And actually, it's really weird. You can actually buy tickets for that in theaters. I believe that's going to be in theaters to watch if you want to go watch that live. I'll be watching it after work on the way home, most likely.
Nice.
Next story we're going to talk about is the actually I'm going to get through these other two really fast before we hop into that third one just in case. There's a new Mass Effect early in the works. So I mean, a while back they said that they were not done with Mass Effect. BioWare said they were not done with Mass Effect. This comes to us from PC Gamer, from Andy Chalk, and they talked about there's a new Mass Effect early in the works. Now you got to remember BioWare is working on Dragon Age 4 right now. And also, this is also going to lead into a story about how they're pretty much fully reworking from ground up. They're reworking Anthem. It's going to be called Anthem next. But a new Mass Effect's in the works. This excites me because I love Mass Effect. I love everything about Mass Effect. I didn't really like Andromeda, but Andromeda was a Mass Effect game, and that's why I got it.
Exactly.
So hopefully they will do a lot better and I believe the team in Austin is the BioWare Austin team is the one that's working on this. So we'll see if we can get a good game out of that, which I'm sure we will. So
they need to give us something better than Andromeda. I enjoyed Andromeda, but not on the level of 1 through 3, which had some of the best story.
Hear me out.
Some of the best. Yeah, go ahead.
Hear me out. Ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Who was one of your favorite followers in Mass Effect? Who was one of your favorite companions?
Oh, Jesus. Damn it. What is the Turian's name that goes with you?
Turian?
Oh, God.
Turian?
Yeah, the Turian.
Talking about,
I would...
Hold on.
There's so many. All of them are really good.
Hold on.
I would say, actually, the Korgan.
Oh, are you talking about Garrus?
Rex. Garrus and Rex are really good.
Hear me out.
I would say Rex.
My favorite person in the game is Garrus. Okay, I took Garrus with me everywhere. Hear me out. Don't go back into a Shepard area because technically Shepard ended in Mass Effect 3. Go back and do a Garrus story. Do a Garrus side story. Show what Garrus was doing. Okay. Because just to ease back into the Mass Effect world, because there's so many people that hate Mass Effect now because of Andromeda. Ease back into it by showing people, hey, we can make you something wonderful. Make a side story. Make Garrus' story. I think that would be cool as shit.
I don't know if his story is big enough for
a game
like that.
What do you know about Garrus? Not a goddamn thing. Not a goddamn thing. There ain't much to know. There's nothing to know about Garrus because there's no lore behind him. There's no lore behind any of those companions. It makes sense to take a companion you don't have any lore behind and make a shitload of lore. Make a game out of it.
By the way, if you haven't read the Mass Effects books,
I have them.
wow, I have read several of them, and they are fantastic. I just don't think that for the style, they'd have to kind of change the style a bit if they did a Garrus dedicated game, because it's.
I disagree.
They'd have to invent some sort of huge backstory to make it as good as the others.
Which I think is doable. If it's in the early works now, you're not going to see this game till 2025, 2026, 2027 maybe. So I think that would be something that can be done. If you've got people that come up with Mass Effect storylines in that amount of time, I think it can be done. I think it can be done good, because here's the thing. If you go into a new storyline like they did with Andromeda and then fuck up like Andromeda did, Mass Effect's done. And here's the thing. If Dragon Age 4 comes out and it's not good, BioWare's done. BioWare is done as a company. I mean as a developer, because think about it. Anthem was shit, and now which they tried, and I'm really glad they tried, because they needed a new IP. They tried. Anthem was shit, and then if a Dragon Age 4, which is probably their biggest IP, is bad, BioWare's gonna be done. They're going to be in the drain, and EA's not going to let them make games anymore. And they might, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I would like to see something else, because you can't do anything with Shepard anymore. Shepard's done. The story, Shepard's story is done. So now you have to go into a whole new story, and I really feel like they could do something with Garrus. Because if you ask, Adam, you ever played Mass Effect? Okay, so if we did a poll on our page of if anybody played Mass Effect, I would say 95% of people took Garrus with them every time they went. Garrus was such a cool guy for some reason. I'm not sure why. Not only did he look cool, but he was a cool ass character. I romanced Tali Zora. That was my baby.
Hell yeah, I did.
Tali Zora was my baby. I also romanced Jack. Jack was she was cool as fuck. She had a lot of tattoos.
Her backstory though is really cool.
Yes, her backstory was cool.
That they did based on her backstory were fantastic.
Yeah, she was really cool. So that's that. I'm really hoping to see it. Like I said, I don't think we'll see that till 2025, 2026.
I'd like to see a super prequel to the first three.
That's what I'm saying. Let it be Garrus.
Like, well, I'm talking about like way further back.
Yeah.
Like way back.
Yeah, I guess you could.
I want to explore some of that lore behind the bad race, whatever the fuck they're called. I can't remember.
The Wraiths? Is it the Wraiths?
The Wraiths or something. I don't remember. But I'd like to see more on that, or maybe a different. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Okay. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis Remake is supposed to be happening. There's supposed to be a rumor out right now that comes from Gamatsu. This comes from Sal Romano. I noticed this the other night. I was online when everybody else was sleeping, because that's what I do as an individual, and this story popped up. So this story says, I'm just going to read this little bit of story here. Capcom will release a remake of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis in 2020. According to reports from the YouTube channel Spawnwave and video game news outlet VGC. Spawnwave, which was the first to report on From Software's Elden Ring before its official announcement, which was corroborated by Gamatsu's own source, was first to report on Resident Evil 3 Remake, which matches what VGC has been told by a number of sources. So I can see this happening. Resident Evil 2 did so well. I think it sold 4.7 million units from what the story says here as of September 30th, and it's going to sell even more now because it's on sale for Black Friday. I think it's a wonderful idea. I like Nemesis. I can't wait to play it again, I think, and it's going to look, especially if they do the full remake like they did Resident Evil 2, I think it's a wonderful thing. We talked about this a while back, and we said we would like to see more of these, and I think it's a great idea.
And this is like Resident Evil 3, I'd say Nemesis is the most iconic villain of the Resident Evil series.
I agree with that.
Period. End of story.
I agree with that.
Everybody knows. If you said, "Hey, name a major villain," they'd say Nemesis.
I agree with that.
So,
Adam, you got any?
It's a really good game.
It is. I love that game. Adam, you got anything to say about that one?
Not really. I mean, I never really played Resident Evil back in the day, so.
Okay. All right. So. Adam, you're just not very helpful today. I really hope you got some good.
I'm sorry.
I really hope you got some good fun facts, man. I really do. Jesus.
A Eurogamer said that we probably won't see anything as far as Capcom and officially announcing this until after they finish doing Project Resistance.
Yeah, I could see that, but I could also see them coming out of E3 and being like, hey, here's this. Capcom's big day is E3. I could really see them dropping this and being like, hey, this is out in December, or hey, this is out in January of 2021. I could definitely see them doing that. Project Resistance, I think, will drop next year, and then maybe this will maybe drop in 2021. So that may be something we see. The next big story is BioWare is planning a massive Anthem update. Basically going to be called Anthem Next. So basically the way this is set up, of course, we all know that Anthem was, excuse me, Anthem was done really horrible. Obviously, the game did not do well. It was very big. This comes from Austin Wood at Games Radar, by the way. So this is cool. It's good to see them working on this and not giving up on it. It's good to see EA not giving up on it, because Anthem, to me, I'm not sure how you guys feel. Did you guys play Anthem at all? You did play a little bit of it? Adam, did you enjoy what you played?
Oh, yeah. Loved it.
Okay. See, I enjoyed the little bit that I played. There were certain things about it I didn't like, but I could see what everybody was talking about with the problems. I could see the problems that we're having. The thing I would like to see out of this, I think they're going to rework this, because they need more loot. You can't be in a loot grind game and not have a lot of loot. There were certain things I know they changed in certain updates. I don't know, because I haven't played a lot of Anthem, so don't kill me. But this massive rework is basically they have time to work with it. From what they said, they didn't see a lot of. I can probably count on two hands how many people still play Anthem per day. I'm probably lying. It's probably like 1,000, a couple thousand. I'm sure. Adam, give me a Twitch number on Anthem, real quick, because that's what everybody seems to go by, is Twitch numbers for some reason. Give me a Twitch number on how many people are playing Anthem right now. I'm gonna say 500. I'm gonna 500 people is what I'm gonna say. It's
presumably Anthem has had less than 2,500 players on Xbox One
a day. I'm gonna guess they mean per day on that.
Well, that's during this week.
Okay.
The updated list says 2,500. Yeah.
So I can tell you that this team that's making this is not very big, because obviously BioWare's whole team is working on Dragon Age 4 right now. So this Anthem rework is going to be a smaller team. It's going to be a tinier team that's working on this. Did I cut out there?
Yeah, bad.
Fucking A. Anyway, what I was saying was that the team that's working on this has to be tiny, because the main part of the team is working on Dragon Age 4. Dragon Age 4 is the main game they have to put out, and they have to put it out and make it amazing because of that franchise. If that franchise dies like Mass Effect did, or it didn't, but as we thought it did at the time, people are going to go crazy. Well, at least the Dragon Age fans. So, I think it's wonderful, man. I can't wait. I'm excited to see what they do, because here's the thing. I would actually like to play Anthem, so we'll see where that goes.
Adam, do you find they're not giving up on it either?
Yeah. That's it. Well, especially with it being an EA game. EA is quick to give up on things. They're kind of like Google in that point. They're quick to give up on things. So I'm glad to see that they're not giving up on it, especially people that paid a lot of money for this game. Yeah. And you got your main people playing. So, Adam, did you find me anything?
I did, and this is sad. There are, as of right now, there are 14 channels.
That makes sense.
Streaming Anthem.
Right.
There are only 63 people watching those channels.
That makes sense.
Oh, wow.
And probably those are the people that mainly care about Anthem.
Probably. Back when it was at its peak, there were 1,700 channels and just shy of 50,000 viewers.
Yeah. Probably, and that was probably when the game launched, to see how it was.
Mm-hmm. And then it tanked within
days. Probably within days.
That is so sad.
Yeah.
February 20th, viewers dropped by 60%.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean,
channels by probably 60% as well. It dropped so bad.
It's really sad to see. It's really sad that people use Twitch numbers as a thought now. But it makes sense. I mean, that's what's popular at that point. Yeah, we can just hope for the best and hope it does well. I'm like Jonathan said, I'm glad to see they're not giving up on it. I really hope that this game is going to be good, and we'll see where it goes.
I mean, Destiny came back from the ashes pretty strong.
Destiny came back. I mean, look at the comeback stories. Everybody loves a good comeback story. Look at No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky was shitty, and then Hello Games took 2 or 3 years of complete silence and redid it. That game's wonderful. Everybody loves it. Final Fantasy XIV, like you said earlier, Adam, they redid their whole game, and everybody loves a good comeback story. And if it's an online game and everybody's playing it, and it can always be played, then people are going to always play it. So we'll see where that goes. Gentlemen, let's hop into new game releases.
Okay.
So Monster Jam Steel Titans on Switch, November 26th.
We got Story of a Gladiator on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch, November 27th.
You get Five Nights at Freddy's 1, 2, and 3.
Attaboy.
On the Switch on November 29th.
Attaboy. I was hoping you would read all 3 of those together. I'm proud of you.
Me too.
We'll hop into Budget Gamer. Go ahead, John. Take over for Budget Gamer.
Okay. All right, for Budget Gamer, we're going to start off with CD keys. Right now, as of today, Saturday, Pokemon Sword and Shield digital copy is going to be available for $51.99. Also, you can add a coupon code that is available for the whole website, PayPal 2019, for an additional 2% off. On Epic Game Store, we have Bad North, the Jotun edition, November 21st through the 29th. And coming up after that is going to be Rayman Legends, November 28th through December 6th. Xbox Games Gold, same as last time. Sherlock Holmes, The Devil's Daughter, Xbox One, November 1st through the 30th. And Joyride Turbo on Xbox 360, November 16th through the 30th. And PS Plus, same as before. Neo, November 5th through December 3rd. And Outlast 2, November 5th through December 3rd. Next, we're going to do our Black Friday ads, which is pretty cool. I picked and chose here. I didn't really write everything.
Right, that's fine.
That would be insane. So, but Best Buy has some pretty good deals. A PS4 Slim with 1 terabyte with all 3 games: God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition, and Last of Us Remastered for $200. Originally, the console alone would be $299. Walmart also has the same deal. Xbox One X 1 terabyte with Jedi Fallen Order Deluxe Bundle, $350. Originally $499. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is available for $40. Originally $60. And God of War on PS4 is going to be $10. Originally $29.99. GameStop
back up again.
Good.
My favorite game of all time. So,
oh yeah,
please check that out.
For sure. GameStop's going to do their regular buy 2 get 1 free pre-owned game for PS4, Xbox One, 3DS, and Switch games. Microsoft is doing 3 months of Game Pass Ultimate for $1 if you haven't bought it previously, and 20% off of all Xbox controllers and accessories on their website. Newegg.com has a Logitech G933 Artemis Spectrum wireless 7.1 Dolby and DST headset for $79.99, originally $200. So
good
you're
deal.
getting way low, below 50%.
It's a good deal.
That's a fantastic deal, especially for a good Logi headset. Then we also have the Logitech G512 SE gaming keyboard with RGB. It's going to be $69.99, originally $90.99. Target has an Xbox One X bundle with Gears 5 and a $40 Target gift card for $350, originally $49.99.
$499.99.
Yeah, $499.99. Sorry, getting tongue twisted a little here. And finally, we have Walmart's deals. Nintendo Switch with Minecraft or Spyro bundle for $299. Also, there is a Mario Kart 8 bundle. They have a Nintendo Switch Lite with a pretty generic looking case for $199. And this, once again, the PS4 Slim 1 terabyte, that's the same as Best Buy with the 3 games. So
Okay.
that's all we have. That is the
Awesome.
sum of it.
And actually, guys, I'm not sure what date you're listening, but I mean, this show will be posted in the morning. So as of right now, actually, it was as of yesterday. I'm actually, as of yesterday, Best Buy started a lot of their deals. So I went and picked some stuff up today. But I just looked at my phone and I realized I have 145 tweet notifications from Wario64 because all the Best Buy deals are starting right now, because they all started as of 12 a.m. this morning on 11/24. So make sure to start checking some of those out, and make sure to shop online so you don't got to go fight nobody.
Hell yeah, I don't want to wait outside of Best Buy.
Nope.
Camp for 3 fucking days, 12 days.
That's what I do. I shop online. If it takes me a couple more days to get my shit, it takes me a couple more days to get my shit. I'm okay with it.
For sure.
Let's go into the topic of the week, guys. So, what character death was the most upsetting? Mine's pretty hilarious, but y'all two go. I'll let John. John, let's start with you. What character death was most upsetting to you?
You know, I really hemmed and hawed over this one because there's so many great deaths. Great deaths, bad deaths, whatever you want to call it. I think the one that kind of pissed me off the most, which obviously was recalled, was the death of Master Chief. The death of Master Chief at the end, you're like, oh my god, he has to fucking...
Did Jonathan just freeze for you, buddy?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Man, I forgot to delete the Podbean. I forgot. Oh, you were frozen, buddy, the whole time.
Oh, okay.
You were frozen the whole time.
Yeah, I was saying that Master Chief was one that really pissed me off, but I think the one that made me sad was Cortana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Whole Cortana scene. There's just too many, really, to even talk about. We could go into Last of Us and so on and so forth.
Right.
It's just, it's a hard one to pick. So
it is. No, it really. No, it is. I agree, man. Adam, go ahead, buddy. This was super hard to pick.
Mine was a little kind of weird, but it was when I read the question I immediately thought of it, and that was Lucy in Assassin's Creed 2 when Desmond just straight up just stabs her, and oh nope, turns out she was a Templar the whole time, and like it was just so quick and unforeseen, and it was so out there, and to this day, like I'm still upset about that death.
That's a good one.
That's actually a really good one.
And then Desmond dying a game later, and then it hasn't been the same since Desmond died.
True, 100%.
Here we go. So, wonderful story about my young days. Did anybody play Pokemon when it first came out?
Okay, me.
Some people didn't. So, my mom bought me Blue and Red for my wonderful Game Boy Color, and I was always a Charmander main.
Yeah.
My very first time I got Charmander, and I'm about 35 minutes into the game as a young, dumb 6-year-old kid, 7-year-old kid, whenever this came out. For some reason, Charmander fainted, and I thought Charmander was dead for life. So I thought Pokemon had permadeath when I was 6 or 7 years old, and I did not. I literally cried, and I went to my mother and I told her that my Charmander died, and she said, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And she thought I was talking about my fish in my fish tank, so she came in my room and checked on my fish. And noticed they were not dead, and noticed my Game Boy was on, and she looked at my Game Boy. "Are you talking about a damn video game?" "Yes." "My Charmander is dead." And then I went to a Pokemon Center, and he lived, and I was so excited. I went and told my mom again. She told me to leave her alone.
Get the fuck out of here about this Charmander bullshit.
That was my wonderful death gaming memory.
Oh.
Yes, that one hit me. That one hit me pretty hard.
I mean, that's amazing.
That one hit me pretty hard, I'm not going to lie, because it's not really a death, but it was to me at that time. That one hit me.
Oh, God.
I mean, that's just amazing on so many fronts.
It psychologically ruined me at 6 years old.
I'm starting to understand you a little better.
Not until you're in my head, man. It's very. When you're 6 years old, though, dude, when you go into a video game, you don't know a lot about video games, and you go into a game and it's like, oh shit, you just died. What do we know about death at 6 years old? That we don't see that person anymore when they're dead. So it's like, oh shit. And then I noticed it because when I went into my inventory, my Pokemon, of course you carry your 6, your party. When I went into my party, I was like, what the fuck is he still doing here? He should be dead. And then I went to that first Pokemon Center and I was like, oh, Charmander can live. Okay, I'm happy now.
That's amazing.
Yep, it's my very first. It's actually one of my very first death in games experiences I can think about that really hurt me.
Do you have a permadeath that hit you emotionally as well?
Nah, not really. I mean, Cortana. Cortana was big because I was always real big into that. Was a wonderful one. That was kind of the one I was thinking about. Cortana's so big in like gaming history, but like, goddamn, Wario keeps tweeting and shit. But anyway, like, Cortana was so big, and I think Cortana more than Master Chief, because I feel like Master Chief was always going to come back. Cortana was the one where it's like, man, you've been here with me this whole time, dude, and now you're gone. Like, that kind of hit. But recently, if we're talking about one killing that we talk about, Adam, have you played Gears 5? Do you plan on playing Gears 5?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Well, if you don't want to hear this spoiler, take your ass on for 30 seconds.
I didn't want to jump into this one, but I did.
I will give you 2 seconds to skip. 1, 2. Okay. So you get to kill Dell or JD, and killing either one, I killed JD because he was a dickhead in the beginning, but he was getting better, and he was showing he was getting better. So it was kind of rough choosing which one you wanted to kill there. And when I killed JD, I still felt like shit. Like it was kind of rough. So that one kind of hurt. I would also say another big one was Dom in Gears 2. Yes. And seeing how Dom died because he died for his wife. He knows why he was dying, and he died for his team. And that was another rough one there.
Yeah, 100%.
So
I don't know why I keep saying 100%, but
I don't know either, but that's 100%. I don't know. I guess I'm going to say 100% with you. So are you guys 100% done with the thinking about your stuff?
100%.
100%? Awesome, 100%.
100% done.
That's going to be this episode is now called 100%. So and it's going to be called 100, like spelled out 100 and then percent, 100%.
Can you do Hunnit?
I can do Hunnit. It's HUNNIT as the ghetto say.
100%.
100%. I can do 100% for you, and I'm going to spell it all out. No symbols.
Fantastic.
You're welcome. 100%. So 100%. Guys, are we okay to go ahead and end the show there? We actually did really well on time, and I did not feel rushed.
No, we did pretty good. I like it.
Guys, I'm very proud of you for doing this show. This is wonderful. If nobody knew, we're trying to cut our shows down because we have another wonderful show that we're about to start here in a couple of minutes called The Podalorian. You can also check that out on all major podcast services and also on YouTube on ADHD Gamer. And also, guys, remember, facebook.com/ADHD Gamer. Please check us out. Please give us a like. Please share our stuff. Check us out. Jonathan shared in our iTunes page. Would you share our iTunes page this week? Okay. He shared our iTunes page. You can always check it from there if you don't know where to get it from. Please give us a like, a subscribe. Rate us on anything you can. Google Podcasts. Apple Podcasts. Please rate us on Apple Podcasts. That'll get us up there where people can see us. Let us know what you want to see. Let us know what you want to hear. Please check out our show, The Podalorian. It's brand new. It's basically a spoiler cast on all of the Mandalorian, not the Podalorian. Tonight we'll be talking about Chapter 3, The Sin, right?
Yep.
Chapter 3, The Sin, which was a wonderful episode. So make sure to check that out, guys. John, Adam, anything to plug or anything to say, guys?
No, not that I can think of, other than thank you for watching and listening. Are we doing video of this?
Maybe. I don't know. I got to see how it's looking. I might do video. I may not do video. I may have to see. So it's depending on how I'm feeling in a little bit, because I'm already feeling my sickness coming in.
Gotcha.
Adam, anything to say, bud?
Thanks for having me on.
I mean, you're always on. Welcome. You're welcome, but you need to pay attention more instead of
longest running guest.
You technically are. Technically, you are the show's only running guest. Technically. So
I've been on twice, 3 times.
Eric's been on 3 times. I think he's going to be on soon. I want to get him on. Yeah, that might be right. I want to get him on for Game of the Year show. That's the one I want to get him on. I'm going to text him tomorrow about December 14th and get him to come on with us that night. All right, guys.
Get my cousin on for the Podalorian, but
I think
he wanted to watch it more.
Oh, he wanted to watch The Mandalorian more?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You should get him on for you should get him on for the Game of the Year show. I'll make an overlay for 5 people if I decide to do video. And you should get him on for the we'll have 5 people on for the Game of the Year show. Go ahead and tell him it's December 14th. And that way we can have 5 and we can have a pretty solid conversation. All right.
All
right, guys.
Real quick before we go,
Adam's fun facts.
Since we were speaking about Master Chief earlier, the voice actor Steve Downs was a radio DJ in the late 70s.
Wonderful.
In Chicago for WDRV The Drive.
That had to be the sexiest sounding fucking
I like
radio show.
I'm not gonna lie, you played that out as a good radio host there. Is that really all you have for us this week?
Yes.
Really? Adam. To be the show's longest running guest. That is shitty. You
have your own segment too.
Yes, dude. Like Jonathan doesn't even have his own segment.
My God.
You know what? I'm going to give. You know what? Here, I'm gonna Google 30 random trivia facts, and we'll see what goes on. The largest known living organism is an aspen grove. See, how hard is this, Adam? You could have taken anything off this. Neil Armstrong didn't say that's one small step for man. Look at this. I'm just pulling this out of my ass. I don't know, but that's whatever this website. This is good housekeeping. Okay, good housekeeping. This is what they say.
The largest mushroom is 3 football fields wide.
M&M stands for Mars and Marie. That's a true statement.
I did know that because they are Mars bars and they are part of. Then on the back.
Correct.
Of Mars.
You can hear a blue whale's heartbeat from more than 2 miles away. That makes sense because blue whales are big as fuck. The odds of getting a royal flush are exactly 1 in 649,740. Look at this, Adam. This is so easy.
Cool. Hey, fun fact. Did you know in Fallout 3, when you shoot the fat boy or fat man, the ding you hear is actually the ding for Bethesda's lunch bell?
Yes, I did know that. That is a very fun fact. I need you to start working on this all week.
Anybody like to hear a fun fact about ejaculation?
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Oh, okay.
Every day.
Ejaculation, on average, travels in miles per hour, 10 miles per hour when it comes out of your penis.
Interesting.
I'm going to test that later. I'm gonna get a speedometer. I'm gonna
pull up the Super Troopers with their radar gun.
You're an ex-cop, man. Do you got anything over there that I could use?
I mean, I got some people like.
Let's call Sean. See if Sean. Hey, Sean, can I borrow your radar gun? Sean, hold the radar gun close. Hold it close.
He might not want to use his because I'm sure he's used that a couple times.
Yeah, he probably did in his driver's seat, being like
dirty bastard.
But I was thinking like get a radar app on my phone and just like hold it up as I'm going and then just what is it?
Got him.
And then my wife walk in as in the middle of, what are you doing? I'm trying to get this speed, woman. Jesus. Doing this for science.
If we don't have a radar gun, you can hold out some measuring tape and use a stopwatch.
See how far it goes.
See how far it goes. How fast the time.
I have to do this for science. Leave me alone.
Science.
Oh man, I just came up with a new name for episode. Jacking off for science.
No.
I like that.
I like that.
All right, guys.
Jacking the science.
Let's go ahead and finish off this show. Finish off this episode. All right, guys. Well, we once again from here, us at ADHD Gamer. God, I can't talk. From us here at ADHD Gamer, we want to thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Be sure to check us out every week. Once again, podcast services around the globe. YouTube.com/ADHD Gamer and ADHD Gamer Podcast and Facebook.com/ADHD Gamer Podcast. Adam, once again, thank you for joining us, sir. It's been wonderful having you. Do better at your job. Jonathan, it's been wonderful having you. Thank you for coming once again. I would hope you would be here, but thank you for coming. Everybody, thank you for watching. Guys, say bye.
See you later, ADHD gamers.
Peace, everybody.